of the women's beach flags competition and the men's, of course. The girls are up first, and let's take a look at the results of round one. Alex Rampoldi, the defending Australian champion, she got the win, and it was, well, not a controversial one, but a tough one over the former two-time Australian champion, and that is devastating signs for the rest of the competition because maximum points early on puts her a long way in front and should be tough to beat.
Well, Alex Rampoldi was hard to beat and got the win over Lisa Wright from Dixon Park. So a huge performance there from Lisa, and has been around for a long time in the beach flags competition.
Bree Masters, Nairi Hadfield, Leah Rampoldi, watch for them all summer long as well. The girls are lined up. It's all yellow, green and white at the moment. Currumbin, KURRAWA and Alexandra Headland. The girls are all from those three clubs in our final. They're the dominant three clubs in beach competition.
Well, you'd say the Currumbin club with 3 and the KURRAWA club with 3 also are going to be very strong. And a couple of young guns, Mia McWilliam and Isabella Clark. Now, Isabella Clark won the under-14 beach flags at the Australian Championships a few years ago. Now trying to mix it with the big girls.
Under the tutelage of Vinnie Jason there at the Alex Club. Bree Masters working under Simon Harris at KURRAWA. And of course, well, the Currumbin crew, the Vikings there, they're the best beach club in Australia, no doubt about it, led by this girl, Olivia Eaton, the Australian beach sprint champion. And she will be very quick across the sand, but has she got the turn? The girls, they're all there, heads down. They're set. Off and away. Oh, a little slow on this left-hand side from KURRAWA there. The girls come flying in, and it is Isabella Clark who misses out. She was quick to the flag, but a little bit of inexperience. She tried to go head-to-head with Brittany Brymer and Elizabeth Forsyth, and she just didn't have the pace. And I thought down on the bottom side there, one of the KURRAWA girls, maybe Katie Watts, was going to miss out, but she found herself a flag, and that's what it's all about.
Well, it was Katie Watts who was very slow, but there just happened to be one flag left, and almost seagulling, not quite, but picks herself up a flag and goes through to the next round, sending Isabella Clark home.
Elizabeth Forsyth, she's had multiple wins in the Ocean6 series in the beach flags competition, one of the best in the business from the Currumbin crew. And just like that, there's 3 Currumbin competitors, 3 KURRAWA competitors, and the lone Alexandra Headland's girl, Mia McWilliam. And I wouldn't want to be her right now. You've got to feel the pressure at this point.
Well, these girls certainly work in teams, and that may come into play later on, but we see the 3 Currumbin girls in the middle of the field. Will that make a difference? Will they spread and try and mix things up?
Expect them to push left towards McWilliam. Off and away. Very quick from McWilliam on the top. She'll have no dramas at all. Push and shove. A couple come together there, and it's the Currumbin girls that have missed out. What about that? Upsets all around. Bree Masters allowed McWilliam to hold on, and I think, have we got a runoff? No, Olivia Eaton will go home. So one of the fastest girls in the business tried to take on last year's runner-up in Bree Masters in the beach flags and her clubmate Elizabeth Forsyth. She's just been squeezed out. She had plenty of pace over a couple of the other girls, but sometimes wrong place at the wrong time.
Well, Eaton was up slightly slower than Masters. She stood upright, and Masters kept herself down over her stride, that pushing her further ahead. And Eaton with the speed, we know she's a beach sprint specialist, didn't have enough to edge in front of Masters and take that flag.
And once again, Watts, she was wanting a flag at the end, but she got there, no dramas at all. And Masters, well, she's a bit of an enforcer when it comes to beach flags. She enforces her will on the rest of the girls, and this is the lone Alexandra Headland competitor. KURRAWA, well, they've got 3, Currumbin 2, and Alex just the 1. Will she survive?
Ocean6, round 2, female beach flags.
Cassie File there from KURRAWA. Picture of concentration. The judges just getting them ready, giving them some last-minute instructions. All about reaction time out of the sandpit, up into your stride, and then the big dive for the flag. Bree Masters not settled yet, still doing a little bit of gardening on the top. McWilliam down, up and away. Oh, very quick at the top there from Masters and Forsyth. They have no dramas at all, and once again, File and Watts, they were done for pace, but they survive, and Brittany Brymer goes home. So she flew under the radar so far. We just expected her to be here at the business end of the competition, but her competition ends very, very early.
I didn't even realise that she was eliminated, and once again, Katie Watts comes across the back of the field and picks up the last remaining flag. The girls need to open their eyes. They need to have a look around, and Brymer pinball between the KURRAWA and Alexandra Headland's competitor and misses out on a flag in that run through.
Oh, the little dance celebration there, I love it. She knew she was done for pace. The big left foot Brad Fittler style step, finds a flag. Oh, and the camera gets taken out there by Elizabeth Forsyth. And Watts, she's riding her luck and she knows it. She seems like she's enjoying it. So the underdog, the people's champion here, Katie Watts, how long can she hang on in this competition? And it's all coming down to looking around. If you can find a flag and you can get there, you'll stay alive in this competition. No such drama for Elizabeth Forsyth so far. She's been quick on the turn, quick across the sand. She's had no problems at all. Things are starting to get serious, but we've had 2 Currumbin competitors go home. 3 KURRAWA remain, the lone Alex competitor. These girls will do it tough to beat the KURRAWA crew. Off and away. Masters very quick in the centre as well. Oh, she's going stroke for stroke. Push and shove with Forsyth. Rips the flag up, and Elizabeth Forsyth has been bundled out of the competition by Bree Masters. And maybe team tactics from Masters, because she could have gone left, decided to go head-to-head with one of the best in the business, and it's paid off the big risk.
Well, it looks as though Forsyth perhaps doesn't have the speed we've seen previously, and that little right arm reach out from Masters put herself in front, throws the hand in the air in celebration. She knows she's knocked out probably the most dangerous competition for herself in this beach flags competition.
Beach flags is a matter of inches, and the inches are everywhere in this competition. They're in the first turn, they're in the sprint, they're in the reach at the end, and those inches are the difference between winning and losing. Mia McWilliams there from Alexandra Headland remains alive, and it is 3 KURRAWA girls up against the lone Alexandra Headland competitor. I think I know who the target is in this one.
Well, absolutely. Mia McWilliam will be the target, and they're like gladiators going to battle. Each time that whistle blows, these girls go at it hammer and tong and try and make sure they're in a position where they can grasp that flag. It's interesting to note that Katie Watts is struggling for speed round after round, but she's still managing to stay in and stay in the mix.
It's a survival race now. Off and away. The 3 KURRAWA girls very quick as push and shove on that side. Oh, Masters. Well, Masters has done the absolute team tactic. KURRAWA all celebrate. Bree Masters was going the big block. She stepped right, she stepped left. And Mia McWilliams, she should be in the final, but she's been beaten by 3 girls, not just one.
Well, Katie Watts has been very, very lucky to scrape through, and it's Mia McWilliam that is the casualty in this round. Katie Watts has managed to scrape onto the podium. She needs to hand whatever medal she receives to Bree Masters, because that's the only reason she's still in this event.
Well, huge there from the KURRAWA club. They'll finish 1, 2, and 3 on the podium. And that's really more an indication of just how good Masters is. She's got time to not only get herself in front, but make sure the rest of her teammates are there as well. The big swerve, and she grabs the flag, and even then, McWilliam did everything she could to grab that final flag. A bit of a seagull. Katie Watts, let's see what happens now. Can this be an unlikely victory from Watts? Can she get herself all the way to the final, or will File and Masters really take control from here? Watts closest, File in the middle, Masters at the top, and you'd have to think Masters is the raging hot favourite at this point. No Alex Rampoldi here. She was the favourite going in, and she's shown all class so far. But here we go. It's the KURRAWA Club Championship, gold, silver and bronze. It's just a matter of who is taking home which medal. The girls are set. Heads are down. Off and away. Masters absolutely flying there. There's no mucking around this time. Files in as well. And just like that, Katie Watts runs, luck runs out. She is out of the competition a lot longer than she would have expected, but a great performance nonetheless. You've got to ride your luck when you can, and Katie Watts finishes with 3rd place in an all KURRAWA podium, and this is going to be huge. Cassie File, Bree Masters head-to-head.
Well, Katie Watts, she struggled for speed all day and there were no scraps left for the Seagull in this one. She's taken home a bronze medal, a great performance, and a huge performance from the KURRAWA Club 1, 2 and 3.
Simon Harris will be jumping out of his skin on the sideline. Here we go. Bree Masters on the right, Cassie File on the left. They're both wearing the yellow, white and blue of KURRAWA. This is it, the club championships and bragging rights at training all week long. Jack, which one do you like?
Well, Cassie File's on screen now, but I think it's very hard to go past Bree Masters. She's been leading the way round after round through these beach flags. She kept Katie Watts in, and now she's going to have to go to battle with her own teammate.
She's a little bit taller, a little bit more experienced, but does she have the speed to take on Cassie File there? The picture of concentration. Heads are down. Up and away. Oh, very even early on. File's going very, very quick, but pure speed. You can't beat it. Bree Masters on top. She gets another win in the Ocean6 series. She keeps racking them up. Rack them up and she'll knock them down. And Bree Masters is on top at Coolum Beach.
Well, as we assumed it would go down, Bree Masters, too much experience, too much speed, and it's the acceleration out of her turn that puts her in front. She gets 1 or 2 steps ahead and the race is over.
In about 8 steps, she moved to the front and really just didn't take her eyes off the flag. File didn't even bother for the dive. She aborted and just, well, she knows she's been beaten on the day. But KURRAWA 1, 2 and 3 just ahead of Mia McWilliam from Alexandra Headland. Forsyth, Brymer, Eaton and Clark are your top 8. Those Currumbin girls, they've got a bit of work to do and maybe a bit of teamwork to do if they want to stick it to the KURRAWA crew.
We're here with Bree Masters with an outstanding win in the women's flags. Well done, Bree.
Thank you so much. Pretty happy to take out the second round. You know, it's tough here with such strong competitors. The girls are so strong. Everyone's looking great and yeah, you just got to put your foot on the line.
Now, you had some very tough competitions today, obviously from the girls from Currumbin as well. I saw a lot of tactics played and strategies during that event. Was that your plan of attack?
Yeah, definitely. My plan of attack is always the tactics and strategies. You know, you've got to have them in your head before you do it. And I guess it makes it a little fun for me, I guess. I don't know, mixing it up a bit. But yeah, it's definitely something that I've worked towards and think about.
We've had a third in round 1, now a first in round 2. The current leader of the Flags Championships. Must be looking forward to the Ocean6 series this year.
Yeah, definitely. You know, taking out the win last year, I was super happy with that. So hopefully I can back that one up this year and